Hi everyone, I'm Peggy Rometo and this is the Weekly Wake Up. Okay, so we're slowing down, we're tuning in, we're getting into this rhythm. You know, hopefully you're doing this on a daily basis or maybe even more a couple times a day if you need to slow down and to get some answers or to make that before you make that important phone call or go to that walk into that meeting. It's a way to recenter ourselves, to ground, to be connected with the truth, right? Not just our truth, but the truth, and to be able to be in that flow. And so by taking these long, deep breaths, we're actually reorganizing our thoughts and slowing everything down. And when we get to that quiet space, information can come in. Now, if you're not there yet and dialogue is happening, it's okay. Just let it happen. Just use your breath to kind of write it and thank it for sharing. And, you know, we don't want to try and get rid of anything. You don't want to force anything. Just breathe, let go, and open, like open with your curiosity. When we become curious, the information can come in as opposed to somebody who knows it all, right? So when we let go, that's what allows the information to come in. And sometimes it's the same as what we already know, right? But we won't know that if we aren't willing to let go. All right, so let's go ahead and slow down. Go ahead and go into your heart. Just put our attention there, bring our focus and our attention there. And then we take 3 long breaths, and each time we breathe, we let go and exhale. And then we open to see what's possible for us this week and what's coming up for us this week. So let's go ahead and start. Okay, so, you know, some of you are really, you know, up against it. Like some of you really feel like, you know, you've been sick and you just got out of bed and the room is kind of spinning and you're trying to orient yourself, right? It's like, whoa. And so maybe something's happened in your life, you know, maybe you got a surprise around, you know, your kid, or maybe your income got cut, or maybe you haven't been feeling good, or, you know, your dog got sick. Anything you like this has, you know, there's been this adjustment or this shift, you know, like my head's spinning a little bit because we have clarity, right? So some of it is that you just have clarity, and it could be that maybe the relationship that you thought you had just dissolved, that you don't have it anymore. Maybe, you know, maybe the work that you once loved is suddenly changing and now you've got to scramble and figure things out, right? You know, and some of us have gotten clarity and it's really good, right? We've got this clarity and we're excited. So there are varying stages, but it has to do with clarity. So clarity is coming in this week, and some of us are going to feel a little nauseous with it, like, oh geez, this is going to require something new of me. And some of you may be just really super excited, like, yes, I know exactly what to do now. I can handle this. I'm on my way. I'm going to figure it out, and I'm just diving in. So this real clearing is happening this week. If it hasn't already happened, it's happening this week, where there's just this clarity, an awareness, and a knowing how to take action, what kind of action to take, and then just start taking it. And for those of you that are a little spun around by it, or a little dizzy, or a little nauseous about the transition that you're in, or the steps that you're taking, or what is currently going on around you, just be kind to yourself. Just slow down, right? Just take it one moment at a time. You don't have to know the outcome. You don't have to know the end results. You just have to get through today, right? Or even this moment. You just have to know, you know what, right now, this is one thing I have control over and I need to do. This is one situation that I can handle, and I'm going to let the rest go until I have more clarity. So just choose the thing that you know you are supposed to be moving forward with and that you have a sense of control over, and take action there. The thing you don't want to do this week is try to pretend you don't know what you already know, right? Because that never works. Pretending like it didn't happen, or trying to pull the covers over your head, or resisting, right? Any sort of resistance is just going to be met with more challenges, bigger headaches, you know, and, you know, instead of being dizzy, you could be knocked out, right? So it's just, you know, our head is out of the sand. We can see things that need to happen and that needs to change. And for some of us, this is a monetary thing. For some of us, it means like, wow, I can't overspend. Look what I did. Look at the damage I did at Christmas. Now I'm going to pay for this. Or, geez, I've been driving too fast and I never handled those tickets and now I've lost my license. Now what? And I need to hire an attorney now, right? So it's like getting your head out of the sand and just handling business. You know what? We all make mistakes. We all have things that we're not proud of, and you just need to handle them. And if you get down to business and handle them, life is going to get better, right? Some of you are, not telling the truth. Some of you are pretending that you're doing everything you're supposed to be doing, but you're hiding out, right? And you can see that now about yourself and you feel icky about it. So it's about, if that's where you're at, just love yourself and go, today's different. This moment's different. I'm going to start moving forward now. If there's somebody in your life that you recognize what I'm talking about, don't put their face in it. They already know what they're doing wrong. Find the good in them. Find and champion the good in somebody. Catch them doing something right and acknowledge that. That's how you get those people motivated. That's how you get them moving forward. And that's how you get them talking, right? So there's always somebody in our life that is down, right? It's just the way it is. Find something good that they're doing and elevate them, help them. It's going to help us, it's going to help them, and it just makes everything a little bit nicer. Okay, so what else is in store for us this week? You're going to have to follow through, take action without hesitating. This is one of those things that you just have to go. You just have to go. And if you're dragging your feet, or you're filled with self-doubt, or you have concerns about what other people think or what other people are going to say, you're going to get covered up. You're going to get covered up, and it's going to take you longer to get out of this mess. Things are happening. Processes are moving forward. And, and there's this window of time that we have right now to activate your potential, to do what you are meant to do. And if you're sitting caught flat-footed or waiting on someone else's permission, you're going to regret it. You don't need anybody's permission but your own, right? God's already given you the permission, right? And you don't need it from anybody else. You just need to take affirming action. So this is the week for you to kind of just suck it up, power through the fear, power through the physical discomfort, and do what needs to be done. And trust the best of your ability that you're taking the right action, because there's a lot of clarity here. And once you start taking action, you're going to really just see, oh, wow, that's who I need to hire. That's who I need to fire. That's who I need to let go of. That's the direction I need to go. This is the place I need to move to. That's the school where I need to move my kid to. I need to let go of that doctor and find this doctor, right? There's lots of movement here. And it's fast. I'm just telling you, there's a lot of, once you start, there's so many fast things that will come trickling in all at once. You could be overwhelmed, but I think instead you could be excited, because there's movement. You can feel it, and you'll be in the flow. It's kind of like it's like I see you guys, all of us, myself included, standing, and this rushing river's going by, and we're like, it's like timing that jump, right? I don't want to drown, but I want the experience, right? So it's about, there's no good time to jump in a raging river. You just go for it, and the river's going to carry you to where you need to go. Okay, so you minimize, right, the biggest problems. You see the best point to jump in, the best point maybe to have that conversation, the best point maybe to talk to your boss or talk to your spouse or talk to your significant other, or to invite that person out, or to make that pitch, right? You time it, right? You look and you see, and then you go, but you don't stay flat-footed. So even if this isn't the week to jump, I'm thinking about when I'm going to jump, what it looks like, the direction I'm taking, what has to happen, and who's going to support. Who are the people around me that are going to support me in taking this jump? Who's at the other end? Is there anybody to rescue me? Do I have a backup plan? Does somebody know, my mother, my brother, my best friend, that I'm jumping, right? So share with people. Have a conversation with them. Let them know, this is what I'm thinking. What do you think, right? You don't want a lot of public opinion, right? It's not something I would post on Facebook, but you want at least one or two people that are close to you, if you're going to make a big move, to say, what do you think? This is what I'm thinking about. And they may help you turn it just a little bit, or they may go, dude, I've been wanting you to do that for 6 months, right? So it's just have at least one person that you can confide in this week, what you're going to do, the direction you're going to take, what the timing is with this new direction. Or maybe it's an old direction, but you're finally giving yourself permission to just take the affirming action. Because the universe is like, I feel the wind at our back pushing us. And as soon as you take that jump, so much is going to happen. So many good things are coming in. And if you don't have any clue what I'm talking about, if you go, what is she talking about? Like, my life is, if you don't know what I'm talking about, then just stop and say, where am I afraid in my life? What area of my life am I afraid of moving forward in? Or am I resisting what's already happening, right? And that's where you'll find the clue. Wherever there's resistance, there's something going on. Or if you aren't willing to even talk about that area of your life because it's too painful, or because you're too afraid, or you don't want anything to change, there's a clue there, right? That could be it. So those are the areas I'm talking about, those areas where we know we should be doing something else, or we should be taking action. And this is the week you're just being asked, like, jump in. You're not going to drown. It's a great current, and it's one that's going to take you where you need to be. It's not going to take you off course. Wow, this is really, the energy is really powerful. The thing I like about this, it's very clean and clear. Like, I don't see you jumping into a murky, raging, roaring river. This is like a clear, beautiful river that has movement. And it's not turbulent where you're going to drown, right? Or you're underneath and you're fighting for your life. This is where you dive in and it's actually fun. Things are moving and you're feeling the flow of life. This is the kind of week that we have available for us, but we have to jump in and we have to stop resisting. And for some of you that don't like the conversations that are out there, that are embarrassed about it, or have a difference of opinion about what's going on around you, you're entitled to that, right? But let's not make other people wrong, right? It's about honoring where other people are in their life, honoring where other people are in your world, and sharing perspectives without making people wrong. So it's, because there will be some things that come that are around you that you maybe don't agree with, or that are even you find harmful or hurtful or painful. And what there is to do is just keep letting go, right? Just because there's a lot of healing available this week as well coming up for people. Opportunities to heal, opportunities for self-acceptance and acceptance of others, and less resistance around also community and world. So there's also world events and things that we'll be seeing in the news possibly that may activate us and may irritate us or make us upset. Because we either don't agree or we fully agree and somebody else is disagreeing with us. So there's this shifting of energy and shifting of power that's going on too. So anything else we need to know about this week? Okay, so in this flow, there's amazing amounts of creativity that is there to help us help ourselves. We know how to heal ourselves. We know how to meet our own needs. And when we're in that flow, that information, like a balm, like a soothing balm, will also come in, so that whatever rocks along the way, or things that we perceive as like uncomfortable, there's also answers there. So there's information, answers, and tools and support to get us through whatever we perceive as difficulty. And once you are in the flow, you're going to go, it wasn't really as bad as I thought. I went and I talked to my boss and I had to tell him that I was pregnant and I need a maternity leave, and I was so afraid he was just going to be so angry at me, and he congratulated me and said, I wondered when that was going to happen. So, things like this. So sometimes we just talk ourselves into such a tizzy. We don't need to. Universe has got your back. Universe has got your heart energy is in alignment with it. Do a heart prayer. Ask the universe for help, ask for it to align with you, and have an amazing week, everybody. There's a lot happening, good stuff. Jump in, move forward, have dialogue with people, and have a terrific week. All right, everybody, have a wonderful week. I hope you like the weekly wake up. If you have any comments, I would love to hear them below. Please share the weekly wake up with friends or people that you think would resonate with this. And I look forward to hearing from you and connecting with you again next week.